What does the armor of God really mean? Well, in Ephesians 6, Paul writes to Christians and tells them to put on the armor of God. Well, for many of us, we can name all the parts of the armor, from the belt of truth to the helmet of salvation and the shoes of the gospel of peace. But there's something more to what Paul is saying. He's reminding followers of Jesus that they are engaged in a battle, not a battle against people, but against spiritual powers, against the devil and his plans to destroy them. So he uses the imagery of armor. But there's something very interesting about how Paul talks about this armor and how Christians are to fight. He uses the words like be strong and put on so that you will be able to stand. Ephesians 6:10 and 11 and verse 13, 14 read like this. A final word, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on all of God's armor so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. Therefore, put on every piece of God's armor so you'll be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then after the battle, you will still be standing firm. Stand your ground. See, he goes on to list the pieces of the armor, but did you notice the soldier's posture? They're told to simply stand. Picture this soldier fully clothed in his armor, and then instead of running out into the field like it's all up to him to win the fight, what do? They simply stand. He stands as a child of God. They stand in the power of God to resist the enemy by standing. And when it's all done and the enemy's thrown his last arrow, the soldier is found standing firm. You can hear the commander of God's army simply shouting one order: stand your ground. So what do you need to do to engage in the spiritual battle? Put on God's armor, be marked as one of his children, and take your stand. The battle's won. You simply need to stand.